How about telling me your initial discovery of art and start just very briefly talking about um, how you got into being an artist?
Well, this series is returning a little bit to my roots in digital photography. For the last few years, I've been doing more painting. This is really exciting for me because I get really inspired working right on the computer, and so it was fun for me to go back to shooting photographs. With the idea of collaging them. Photographs of bodies and of still life subjects like fruit and flowers, coupled with images that I had taken of other things like skeletons and crows and images that have heavy symbolic value, namely of death. And also, most of the photographs include images from the Barron Woolen Mill. It's an old factory in northern Utah with all this fantastic, obsolete machinery. And I went up there and did a lot of photography of these old pieces of machinery, and they're the main I guess you could say, component that runs through just about all 23 images. That is machinery. So yeah, this is a little bit of a return to what I've been doing for many years. That is more emphasis on photography than painting. So it was a lot of fun for me.
Talk a little bit more about the machines and how you began to equate them with the body.
Yeah, the machines in this factory really fascinate me. I wish I knew the date of the factory, but they're obviously very obsolete, not very high tech, very mechanical, and I identified these machines with the human body, in that the human body is frail, it breaks down, it becomes obsolete. It is impermanent, like everything. But we being humans are very aware of our state of impermanence of our bodies, that is. And so it became, for me it became a powerful theme, equating man's deteriorating condition, not generally, I'm speaking specifically of the physical body, with these machines.
And also, as a cancer patient, your experience with machines became more apparent.
Also, my relationship with machines changed in that not so much on this metaphorical level that I've been talking about, but on a real physical daily reality sort of level of being hooked up to machines, being scanned by machines, being in these big hospital machines and under them, and so the experience of getting CAT scans or chemotherapy or CT scans, or radiation CT scans, they all involve these huge, fantastic machines. And so that comes out a little bit in my photography as well.
I remember seeing some medical illustrations as well, archaic and also contemporary. The actual photograph of the cells of your cancer. It would be interesting for me to hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, also incorporated in some of these images are actual photos of my kind of cancer, which is a sarcoma called desmoplastic small round cell tumor. And I photocopied those images, there's 2 of them I think, from a cancer journal. There's also images that I lifted from old medical textbooks, and some that are well, I guess you could say art in medicine would be sort of a theme of some of these images that I photocopied. Really beautiful old images. Some of them are quite spiritual. And by the way, I think this body of work in general is very spiritual. That's a strong theme that runs parallel to the death theme throughout the work.
Mm-hmm. In all the years I've known you, which is my whole life, you've always been a deeply spiritual person, and putting your artwork, having your art and your spiritual life come together. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
The spiritual theme that runs throughout my work, it just came out. It wasn't meant to be explicit. The topic was meant to be impermanence. That is death. But I think it's, for me anyway, it's difficult being a spiritual person to deal with a theme like that is so powerful without incorporating a spiritual element. Mm-hmm. So it just naturally came about.
How about the postures and the location of some of the elements, the chakras, the basis of your spiritual philosophy that comes through in these pictures?
There are a few pictures where there's this pose of Namaste, which I think of as a prayer posture, or one of gratitude, or one of offering, perhaps. And all of those ideas are prevalent in the work, because those ideas were and still are in my head as I go through this cancer journey. That is a prayerful attitude with one of devotion, and definitely a heavy sprinkling of gratitude. And so that's reflected in the work.